Welcome back to SportsDownChicago.com. I'm Steve Suff, alongside John Stevens, our cameraman Brian Strum, our assistant producer Charles March. We've got our sideline reporter Ryan Fahey. We've got director of game day operations for the Chicago Vipers, Jen, the girlfriend of Jay Fortuna, the backup quarterback and co-owner of the Vipers, all with you here in the booth. Well, not exactly, because Fahey is about to leave the booth, and that would leave, he's got to breathe, and that leaves three of us up here and three of us down there. So that's the team, and I'm sticking to it.
It's a good team to be on.
Second half of play about to get underway. I'm not trying to be a poet, because I didn't even know it, but there you had
it.
Again. As Brian gives me the thumbs down on the old pun there, but it didn't work. Vipers start on defense as the Raiders are going from right to left. And we have a 20-14 ball game in favor of the Vipers. So you had Noel Rivera on 2 quarterback keeps, and you had the only Jay Fortuna catching a great touchdown pass from Noel Rivera to give them the 20, and 2 throwing touchdowns from Ryan Semler as Semler throws a wide open ball to
Tony Hank.
No,
to Morris.
Our guy Morris.
Our guy Morris. Your guy Morris.
Not my guy. Our guy, because he's gone down and came back in the first half.
Between him and Semler, it seems like they're the 2 offensive production here. You know, it's either one of them are touching the ball every play.
Semler takes the snap, hands it off, or keeps it, and gets across up to the 40 for a first down, maybe?
I believe so.
I believe they're going to call it a first down.
Yes, it was. It was a design run
down.
Right up the middle, and he gained 10 yards.
First down. Chain gang moves as we are now a minute into play. Once again, a running clock for the first 42 minutes. Then at the 3-minute mark, when there's 3 minutes left, we move to NFL style, where it's a non-continuous clock only on running plays and plays left in bounds. Semler fakes the handoff, throws right over the middle to Travis Guy, who is still on his feet and just brought down at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 10, 20, 35-ish yards, 36 yards, 37 yards.
That was a great play-action play. One of the fewer times you see the quarterback taking the snap under center.
And it was just a little wrist flick for Semler, who got it up and over the defense, which is exactly what he needed to do to get his guy.
And it was a great way he caught the ball. He reached his arms out and grabbed it instead of hitting him in the chest. Got it and got some extra yards after the catch. Big first down.
Was dragging guys with him as well. 2 wide left, 1 right. Morris to the right, now cutting left with a lot of space as he gets around left and into the end zone for a touchdown. A quick touchdown, quick strike, as it only took the Raiders about 3 minutes to score. A little over 3 minutes to score, and it is now a 20-20 ball game. If Alex Bozel can put this kick through the middle like he's done twice so far, they will take a 1-point lead.
That was a great run right where he broke it left, cut left again, went down the sidelines, and no one even touched him.
He was on the right side of Semler. He was off Semler's right, took the handoff, made a cut,
went
to the middle,
tackle, and then busted it out
and
again
then
to the
cut
left.
one more time and was gone. Bozel with a kick, it's up and through.
Almost blocked there.
Almost blocked, as it was a low kick, but nonetheless it did the job, and it is now 21-20 in favor of the Waukesha Raiders. Let's see how the Vipers come back from this, respond.
This will be the first time they'll be down in the game, coming out after having an explosive offensive first half. I'm sure they'll put something together here and get down the field. They need to. But like I said, at the end of the half, this defense has been swarming Rivera where he hasn't been able to do much with the ball, constantly scrambling. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out here and what kind of offense they run.
That we will.
Palomalu.
Yeah.
Dude.
Agreed. Polamalu, he kind of looks like him. So the offense for the Vipers starts from their 30-yard line going left to right now as the team switched sides of the field. Rivera with 2 wide left, 1 right, and Hampton to his right, who takes the handoff and does the similar to Allen Morris and cuts up the left side of the field and gets to about the 42 for a 12-yard gain and a first down for the Vipers.
I think that was Josh Hampton who got the ball.
That was Hampton who got the ball. That's what I said.
Oh, they said Morris.
No, he did a similar run to what Morris
okay,
did.
yeah.
That's what I said.
That was a good offensive tackle.
And I'm being
off
told
tackle run right there.
I'm being told that we have some insider information. If you give me a sec, I will deliver it to you. Our sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey, says it sounds like the defense might be switching up some formations the next time they're out there based on the sideline huddle. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that input. That'd be interesting to see what they do in terms of a formation because they got to figure out a way to stop Semler. Noel Rivera with the snap and goes down immediately.
Yeah, that was led by Joe Cordero. You might need a help.
No, that was
on this one.
Sienkiewicz.
Was it Sienkiewicz?
That was
It seemed like
Sienkiewicz.
the whole team was there.
It did seem like the whole team was there, but either way, it's a loss of what looks like 2, maybe 3. A loss of 3 on the play. It is now 2nd and 13.
They need to do some kind of play action. Hopefully they do something.
Well, they've got Jay in the game, so
this would be a perfect time with this off defensive pressure to run a screen.
They've got Jay in playing tight end. 2 wide right, 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Hampton 2. And Jay with the catch over the middle. Great catch by Jay Fortuna, the co-owner of this team, who was playing tight end on that.
Yeah, he ran a solid route right over the middle, got himself open, made a great catch.
Showed that he's not afraid to go over the middle where a lot of guys are afraid to go.
That was a gain of 7 yards.
What a great route run and a great catch by Jay Fortuna.
Yeah, this defense, once again, came with pressure. He had to get rid of the ball pretty quick. And that was a good catch and good concentration on the tight end's part. Fortuna's part.
So it is now 3rd and 6, excuse me, from the
Big play here, offense.
46-yard line. Rivera in the backfield with Hampton to his right, 2 wide left and 1 wide right.
The Raiders are showing blitz.
Takes the snap, ducks right, comes around to the right, decides to run with it, gets across midfield and up, and he's across the 40, almost to the 30.
Tackled
for a huge gain of about 20 yards there for Noel Rivera.
Yeah, that was, once again, it looked like a busted play, which he turned into some positive yards. A good block downfield by the receiver, Storino.
A.J. Storino.
And it gives him new life with a 1st and 10.
That it does. I don't know what you're laughing at. What are you laughing at?
I'm enjoying myself calling this game with you, Steve.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Rivera in the backfield with Hampton on his left this time. 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Hands the ball off to Hampton, who runs around to the right. Makes a guy miss in the open field. Oh, no, he doesn't. It looked like he was going to make Mariani miss in the open field, but Hampton is taken down by Mariani at the very last second. Great play there by Mariani.
Yeah, that defensive stepped up the
Alex
linebacking
Mariani,
core.
yes.
They're coming in with a 3-man rush again.
Yeah, it looks like they're running, what would that be, a 3-3 with 3 defensive backs?
I'd say it's
that sounds about right.
a 3-6.
No, 3-3 and 3 defensive backs. So once again, you've got 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Hampton to the right of Rivera in the shotgun. Rivera takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws the ball deep, and he can't turn around to make the catch.
That was a poorly thrown ball, a lot of hang time on it.
It was a poorly thrown ball, but
It seemed
Bratskis just couldn't.
Change his body to catch the ball.
Yes, he
Change
couldn't.
his positioning.
He couldn't conform to what he needed to do to catch that ball. It now is 3rd down and about 7 to go.
He threw that ball too with 2 defensive backs in the area
Here
too.
with just about 35 and a half to play in the second half. Once again, the Raiders are up 21-20, with the Vipers driving. So we'll see if the Vipers can figure out a way to come back and score some points here off of the touchdown that the Raiders scored. Hampton to the right, 2 wide left. Storino.
Right through his hands.
It went right through Eli Williams' hands. And it looked like Rivera, if he would have looked across the middle of the field, had A.J. Storino wide open.
Yeah, he had Alan Morris right on him. Storino had no chance to really. If he caught the ball, he was going to get tackled right away.
You're talking Williams, who made the catch, or who would have made the catch.
No, the defensive player who stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had Eli Williams, had Eli Morris, or Alan Morris. Eli Williams had Alan Morris draped over him, but if Rivera would have looked to Storino running across the middle, he would have had something. That's what I was saying. I got what you were saying. 4th down and about 7 to go, and we're looking at the Vipers going for it. Rivera throws across the middle of the field, as that is Bratskis with the catch and the first down to about the 13-yard line.
That was a well-designed play. The receiver took the defensive back away from him, which cleared the left side of the field. And as he did a square out, he was wide open, and the ball couldn't have been placed in a better position for him to make the catch.
Huge 4th down play there for the Vipers to keep this drive going, as they are now in striking distance.
This defense is looking fatigued. Hands on the hips, hands on the knees. They got them where they want them. They need to pound the ball in here.
That they do. Hampton to the right of Rivera, 2 wide left, 1 wide to the right. You got Bratskis and Williams to the left, and you got Storino to the right. Handoff to Hampton, who gets it, runs across left, gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wait, confirm. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Vipers.
That was a good sweep run to the left, tippy-toe down the sidelines.
It seems like both teams are using their running backs as whatever side that they line up on, whether that's the right hip or the left hip, you're going to run to the opposite side of the field.
There's a lot of motioning with the running backs coming around.
Yes, there is.
And it seems to be working for both offenses in this first half and the beginning of the second.
So we got 32:45 to play here.
2 touchdowns scored in the second half already. This is going to be an offensive game.
Yes, let's see if Zach Criswell can put this one through. Looks like Bratskis to hold. Hold is, and the kick is good. 27-21. Vipers come back immediately with a great drive, going 70 yards on the drive.
With a huge 4th down conversion there towards the end of the drive.
And it is now a 27-21 lead for the Vipers over the Raiders. So it looks like we're going to see these two teams trading touchdown drives. It's going to come down to defense. It's going to come down to who's got the ball last.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It seems like they're doing shot for shot or blow for blow, however you want to say it. But definitely whoever has the ball in the last 3 minutes is probably going to have the best overall opportunity to win this game. especially with both offenses as well as they're playing. Extremely with the quarterback's production today.
Yes, and Director of Game Day Operations for the Chicago Vipers, Jen, who is with us in the booth, just handed me a note that says the Vipers did not have a kicker all of last year and had to go for 2 every single time. So the fact that they've got Criswell kicking now is a big, big deal, and it's making a big difference as they are now leading in this game. Huge kick from Criswell, huge drive. Semler takes the pass, throws it deep, and it was almost intercepted as you had Marvin Roan
all over him, covering him like a blanket. He had nowhere to go. The receiver couldn't ask for better defensive positioning by the defensive back.
And your receiver, it looked like, I'm trying to get a number. Still can't get a number. That would be number 11. No, not Alex Bozel. So that would probably be number 13, Robert Morris. Not the college. Thank you for the cue. I appreciate it. But we'll see if Roan can stay with Morris on the outside. Ooh, huge play by Shane Voigt.
Stops Austin
Wow.
Slack in his tracks. Slack went nowhere.
Austin Slack gets met and lit up by Shane Voigt. What a play.
He started the play in motion. As he came across the offensive line, he received the ball as a handoff, and he was met at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, he was. We've played 15 here. Semler takes the pass, little bubble screen to Alan Morris, who tries to make a cut. Semler makes a great block. Morris is just running around and finally gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, or right at the line of scrimmage for
the Raiders.
And it is now 4th down on what could have been a very exciting play, which is why you saw me heard me getting all excited.
Eli Williams blew that play up right in the middle. As soon as the ball was snapped, he was probably not even a second away from getting in the quarterback's face. They choose to get rid of the ball here. So a big defensive stand on a Vipers part right here.
The Vipers are fired up here as the ball is now Vipers ball, as the Raiders have elected to
switch possessions.
Punt, as both Jen and I were throwing up the quotation marks.
That was a big defensive stand that they needed.
They just gave up that 4th down and did not want to try a punt or play. So the Raiders have given possession of the ball to
the Vipers.
Which the ball is now at the 37.5 yard line, because I can't make out if it's in between, if it's on the 38 or the 37.
Yeah, that was big. That was a big time play.
She
right
says
there.
the 37. We're going with the eyes 37 yard line. She's got a better vantage point than I do. Same set, 2 left, 1 right, with Hampton on the left hip of Rivera in the shotgun. Rivera takes the snap, fakes the handoff, runs up the middle, and he gets a 1st down, crossing midfield to the 49-yard line, a 1st down for the Vipers in 1 play.
Yeah, that was a good option play right there. He kept the ball. He went up the middle with it, and, he's been doing what he's been doing the whole time. A quarterback draw. It was a set play, and he got a 1st down out of it.
Once again, I am off by a yard. I apologize. We are at the 50-yard line, a 1st down.
Yeah, the clock continues to run.
Oh, our cameraman Brian Strum is having a great time. He's loving this, every single second of it, making us laugh in the process. Hampton on the right hip of Rivera, 2 wide left, 1 wide right. In the shotgun, Rivera takes the snap, and it is a botched snap, and he's running around and slides down at the 42-yard line. Center Andy Jones couldn't read. It just snapped the ball way too early. Just snapped the ball early. It wasn't necessarily a bad snap. He thought he heard what he needed to hear out of Rivera. Rivera was giving him the fake. He drew a defensive player off sides, and that's when you saw Jones snap the ball, trying to possibly maybe get that call, and it didn't happen.
Good, yeah. Good observation there, Steve.
So a loss of 8 on the play, as it is now 2nd and 18. 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Hampton off the right hip. Rivera takes the snap, throws it for Eli Williams. As he falls down, he made one of those catches, I believe, where he was falling down in the game that I last called for the Vipers at Altgeld Field against the Chicago Falcons. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was a ball that Jay threw to Eli before Eli came off the field, and Eli was sliding, and he made the catch. It was one of the coolest things I ever saw, and Williams almost did the exact same thing here.
Yeah, that ball hung up there for a little bit for him to get under there. Should have made the catch. Touch his hands. Once again, touches your hands. There's no reason why you can't catch the ball.
That's what I was always told, too. So once again, 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Hampton off the right hip of Rivera. Rivera takes the snap a little high, goes back a couple steps, throws it to Williams, who is draped by Alan Morris, the captain.
No, that's number 1.
Or number 1, that would be Roosevelt Robertson.
Yeah, he was blanketed. It seems like they tried to run the same exact play. This time, instead of falling down and the ball floating, the pass is a little bit harder, and that defensive back, Robertson, didn't fall for it.
What you saw on that play was
what should have been done the play previous.
Yes, either way, what you saw is a little bit underthrown. Williams had to come to a stop to try and catch that ball, which allowed Robertson to gain the ground that he needed to disrupt that play. That was 4th down. We are now 1st and
10.
Excuse me. 4th down has been the Vipers have punted, and it is now. So Jay needs 2 receivers with him, and we'll see if that means
he's coming in.
No, we'll see what that means. If they're going to come up with something for offense, we'll see.
The Raiders have the ball.
Raiders have the ball. It's a pass, a little screen pass for Morris, Alan Morris.
This defense is not letting anything fool them after the first drive of the second half. It seems like they've really locked it up. They're playing more man and being more patient with spying the quarterback, seeing what he's doing, since he is the whole juggernaut of this offense so far, besides
and obviously this is football,
Morris.
Not basketball, but I'm being told, sideline reporter Ryan Fahey is telling me that quarterback Noel Rivera is sitting on the sideline with cramps right now. So look for Jay Fortuna to be on the field for this next drive for the Vipers, as that was a first down play for the Raiders, who get the ball up to the 39-yard line, almost the 40. Semler takes the snap, is throwing, looking to throw, throws it over the middle, through the hands of number 9, and that would be Austin Slack.
Yeah, that ball had to be catched there. That was right there for him to make at least a positive yardage out of a play that looked like was really well covered by the defensive backs. You saw the quarterback check down 3 times. He could have swung the ball out, but he still decided to go over the middle, and incomplete. And
as we suspected, not only saying ourselves, but getting it confirmed from our sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey, Jay Fortuna is warming up to be the quarterback of this team going forward. 2 wide left, 1 wide right.
Second down,
fake handoff. Semler running right, fakes the throw, and is brought down by Jones.
Drew Jones,
son of Andy Jones, father-son playing on this team. Andy Jones obviously playing center for this team. And Drew is playing linebacker, defensive end, whatever he needs to. He's a hybrid. He's just a disruptor and an enforcer on this defense.
Coming into the game, he's had 30 tackles and 2 sacks. He's all over the field today. He's had 4 tackles so far this game.
Thank you, Jen, for the stats.
Thank you, Jen.
As she says, not only she's a little bit of a jack of all trades. She's scoreboard operating. She's keeping track of the drives and the stats. She does it all. Semler back to throw. Throws it to the right for...
Is that 18? It is 18. Chris Kirk.
Chris Kirk. It's so hard to tell.
It doesn't look like a 1, 3, or an 8.
That is a 3, I believe. So that would be Robert Morris, not the college.
It is hard to see those guys' numbers over there.
It's really tough because that 3 from over there looked like a 1.
And
but
an
I
8.
know that their kicker is number 11, and that's Alex Bozell. Semler takes the snap, rockets one, and they are going to call pass interference on the Vipers.
Albert Green holding his jersey down the sideline as the receiver was going, as Robert Morris was passing him on a fly route.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't even touch the ball. Doesn't look like it was catchable. It looks like it was way overthrown.
It was a heavily overthrown ball. It should not be a penalty on an overthrown
catchable
ball, but at the same time, the receiver, huh? Oh, I'm being told by our cameraman Brian Strum that I sound like Hawk up there trying to be a homer and all that, and I don't know about that.
We're more like the Pat Summerall and John Madden over here.
Yes. I mean, I could go into the John Madden if I have to. You know, looks like the Vipers are having some fun out there. We'll see if it continues.
I don't like flying on planes.
That's very true. We are having some fun here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Steve
Steve
Suff. Bus could go over there on the boat to the Pro Bowl this year?
As you can definitely tell, we are having some fun here on SportsTownChicago.com. Steve Suff alongside John Stevens on this call. So we are having some fun. Semler takes the snap, rifles one over the middle, and it goes off the hands of 3 different guys. A little bit of pinball action, and
almost ended up in the hands of Julius Kajaskis?
Kajigas, I don't know.
Kajigas? Here. What a save. Yeah.
Kajigas. I'm just guessing.
I'm sorry for the pronunciation, but we're trying.
Just say Julius.
Okay.
Uncle Julius. Semler goes down on the designed quarterback keep. Gets to about the 15-yard line.
Silsby there to make the stop.
It is now 3rd down and about 5.
That was a good ankle tackle there. It seemed like you might have been able to broke that one.
Jay is walking over right in front of us.
People are chanting his name, screaming.
So it looks like Noel is going to wind up going back into the game. We've just heard that from backup quarterback and co-owner of the team, Jay Fortuna. Noel Rivera is going to re-enter this game. Semler, wow, what a huge play by Miguel Tanus. Huge play by Miguel Tanus to take down not once but twice Ryan Semler. He had him.
He has his number today.
Had him by one arm and one foot, grabs the second, and brings him down fully.
And he's not an easy player to bring down. As we mentioned before, he's by far the biggest player on their team.
They're kicking a field goal from the 20. It'll be
35er.
It'll probably be right around a 40-yard kick.
Make sure they don't do the fake.
Kick is up and wide right. It would have been good if it was straight, but he had it wide right.
He had the
distance.
length.
Yes.
That was another big defensive stand by the Vipers. They've done 2 back-to-back stands where they haven't scored since their opening drive in the second half, which is a very impressive, improving defense, especially after the way they handled themselves in the first half, except for the last couple minutes there where they gave up a couple touchdowns. But it seems like the Vipers found their strength back in their core, and they're stopping them. Yes,
so turnover on downs after the kick. As we first reported a few minutes ago, Noel Rivera is back in the game, and that was confirmed by our sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey. I overheard everything that was being said between the two of them. Ryan talked to Jay himself. I heard that conversation and brought that to you before Ryan confirmed it in a text message to me, so thank you very much, Ryan. A little bit of a different set here. We've got the twin backfield One wide left, one wide right. Hampton gets the handoff as he's going around the outside with the block. Gets to about the 31-yard line for a gain of what looks to be about 6. Hampton comes out of the game. Shakes hands with his teammate, Jamie Wyatt. And we are about to update in the third period with 12:04 left. The New York Rangers and the LA Kings are tied at 2.
2 apiece.
Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. So we will update that game for you as well here with 15:40 left on the clock. The Vipers are up 6 and driving. Rivera hands the ball off to Eli Williams, who breaks it over the middle, gets across midfield to the 40, 30, the 20, to about the 15 for a huge run.
Yeah, that was a big defensive collapse there, and he broke through, got to the second line, linebackers, and exploded down the right sideline.
Shows you I can't count because I couldn't go from 40 to 35, 30
You couldn't.
to
It's not that you
25,
couldn't
20.
count. It was that you couldn't talk as fast because
I couldn't talk as fast because I was thinking,
cruising.
oh my gosh, he was just going and going and going, just like the Energizer Bunny.
But like as in earlier today, they once again angles makes everything in the difference, and the Raiders took a good angle and got him to go out of bounds at the 15-yard line, which should have been a breakaway touchdown possibly.
Looks like we're at. I wish I had a different vantage point. I want to say the 15. It's a 55-yard run from Eli Williams as they now have Wyatt and Williams on either hip of Rivera with Jay Fortuna out wide right and Joey Bratskis out left. A designed run for Wyatt, who stays on his feet and goes into the end zone for a Vipers touchdown.
Bad tackling on the Raiders' part led to that touchdown. They should have had him stopped at 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he broke through it like there was no end and awards himself with 6 points.
Yes, he does. And it is now a 12-point lead here for the Vipers, 33-21, with just under 14 minutes left to play in this game. Huge touchdown, a huge run. It was a 3-play drive after the 55-yard run by Williams, then Wyatt with the 15-yard scamper and power run for the touchdown. It is now a 12-point lead for the Vipers, 33-21, with just under 13.5 to play. And it looks like the Vipers are going for 2 here. Empty set, 3 wide right. Look for Williams, who's out wide right, to be put in motion, which he is right now.
It makes sense to go for 2.
And it looks like they've got their tight end wide open for the 2-point conversion. And it is good. It is now a 14-point game, a huge play there, making it 35, as that was Flynn on the catch, as we saw him make the catch on the other side of the field in the first half and almost get in the end zone. He catches that one for 2. It is now 35-21, Vipers over the Raiders.
That was a great play call for 2 reasons. First of all, they were up by 13 points, and they needed to make it a flat 14 where they could be up in even 2 scores. And my second point is, with that guy who was in motion?
Eli Williams
when
in
Eli
motion.
Williams was in motion, it took the whole defense's concentration off of what was going on as they all followed Williams going to the left. The tight end rolled out to the right, and he was wide open for a nice fingertip touchdown.
Yes.
Pass touchdown.
2-point conversion. As they've got Jay Fortuna, I believe I saw, in at linebacker, outside linebacker. Let's see if he can make a play and disrupt this eventual pass by Ryan Semler. And Jay Fortuna, what did I say? He makes the play, sacking Ryan Semler.
Someone seems to be down on the field.
Everybody's yelling trainer, so I'm going to yell it too. Trainer!
There's a timeout on the field.
No, you messed
No,
it up.
there's a timeout
Where?
on the field.
Oh, there we go. Got it now. I'm a
That
little
is
hot
great.
in that mic. Sorry about that, Brian.
It's all right.
So we are not going to take a timeout here as Semler is down on the field. Their backup quarterback would be...
Frank Wattis, 81. I
No,
believe.
you're looking at...
Oh,
Their backup quarterback would be
Chris Kirk. Nope, right above him. Josh Jones.
Josh Johns. Let's see if they've got anybody warming up. Everybody's taking a knee. A few guys on the Viper sideline as well. I'm being instructed to look at my phone.
By our inside
I am
reporter.
doing that right now.
Inside sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey. Cameraman Brian Stern.
As this is a perfect time to say that there is 11:45 left on the clock here at Ralph Babe Serpico Memorial Field here in Melrose Park. This is the Vipers versus the Raiders. The Chicago Vipers versus the Waukesha Raiders. 35-21. Vipers in front of the Raiders here on SportsTownChicago.com. Again, I'm Steve Suff alongside John Stevens. We've got our sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey. We've got our associate producer, Charles March. We've got our cameraman, Brian Strum. And we've got director of game day operations and scoreboard operator and stat lady and just everything for the Chicago Vipers organization, and that is Jen, Jay Fortuna's girlfriend. And it looks like we have two guys down on the field. It was just Silsby all the time. We thought it was Semler. Semler is not down. It was Silsby who was down for the...
Raiders.
No, for the
us?
Vipers.
For Vipers.
Greg Silsby was down the entire time for the Vipers, and he walked off the field under his own power, but very gingerly. I'm being instructed once again to look at my phone. It is a right hamstring
It's second
issue, is what it looks like. Semler is brought down again by Jay Fortuna. Jay Fortuna is having himself a game today.
He was unblocked the whole time coming off the left tackle.
And he just made the sideline happy with his little dance of, I want to eat some more.
His little shuffle.
He's hungry. He's hungry. Jay Fortuna is hungry.
Yeah, they need to put another guy on this left side of that tackle if the Raiders want to have any protection. Cause
We just had 95 James Fountain go. He's just a sack lunch.
they need to block him. They can't. The Raiders are not going to have any offensive production if they don't stop him. He's like coming off the end like Lawrence Taylor. No one's touching him, and he's making play after play after play. And
Although I don't think he's going to wind up breaking the leg and shattering the leg of
we hope not.
Ryan Semler. We
But
hope
the
he
way he's
doesn't do
coming
that.
off-
No compound fractures here. Let's hope. Semler takes the snap,
Right over.
throws it over the middle to Travis Guy, his tight end, who Guy is brought down by number 7, Shane Voigt. That was a huge play as the line of scrimmage, they get back to it, and they were back about 15 yards, so that was like 3rd and 25. It is now 4th and 10.
Yeah, the offense, believe it or not, is trying to do a hurry-up offense. I don't know
Well,
why.
they are staying on the field for 4th down and 10. It makes no sense. You're at the 25, you're at the 30-yard line. Semler takes the snap, and he is almost intercepted, almost brought down.
He was almost sacked.
And we have ambulances flying all around the place. Hopefully for not us at this game. I don't think it's for us. That is a turnover on downs.
This offense hasn't done anything since its first drive in the second half, and it's because of this Viper defense.
No, it has not.
After they let up 2 touchdowns back-to-back from the first half to the second half, I don't know if their coach got in their ear or whatever, but their defense has really stepped it up. And every play, they're making Ryan Semler very, very uncomfortable.
I don't know if you remember, but Jay Fortuna said to Ryan Fahey at the very beginning, our sideline reporter Ryan Fahey, at the very beginning of the half, after that first touchdown by the Raiders, look for the defensive formations to switch up, and they have, and it's been working, as Jay Fortuna is now wide right. We've got two guys, wide left, and it looks like Noel Rivera is talking to the ref, catching for the time, 8:40 left.
They're letting the clock go down. That's what he's doing. He's trying to figure out the game tag.
So Rivera about to take the snap with Williams, and Rivera keeps the ball, runs it up the middle for about 5 yards.
Yeah, it was a shotgun quarterback option. He decided to keep the ball after the high snap. The running back who could have gotten the option was already by him due to the snap, and gets a positive 5 yards and keeps that clock running.
Oh, it was only about a half a yard. It looked like it was 5.
Do you know why? Because they're in shotgun.
That's right.
We keep forgetting that they're in shotgun.
Once again, I'm being instructed to look at my phone by our sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey. So Greg Silsby has cramps in both of his calves. He's getting stretched out now. Hopefully he will return into this game on the next defensive drive. He's questionable to return. Rivera takes the snap, throws right deep for Fortuna, who just can't make the catch, and he's looking for a flag, is not getting one, is very upset that he's not getting one, and I agree on that one.
Alan Morris was all over him. They could have been.
Interesting that they've got Morris on Fortuna now instead of Williams or Hampton or even Patterson
or Portis.
Interesting. Very interesting that they've got their best cover corner on Jay Fortuna, who seems to be doing a little bit of everything in this game.
Yes, he is.
So once again, just under 7 minutes left in this game. 6:45 to be exact. 35-21 Vipers over the Raiders. We've seen this set from both teams. 2 wide left, 1 wide right, and Williams with the sling pass and the pitch as Williams goes up the middle, gets to about the 25, or the 15, gets to about the 15-yard line.
That was a good play call there. He decided to do a pitch out to the left, but the defensive back didn't go for the fake, so he went upfield with it, and he gained about 5 or 6 yards out of it.
Jay is bleeding on his left hand, but that won't matter because it's just a little scratch as he is rubbing it off and getting it clean now. He's all good, ready to get back at it. James Patterson into the game, wide right. I think this is a great matchup as Patterson has at least 3 inches on Morris.
Second down.
It is second down. Wyatt to the right hip of Rivera. Looking left and going to his right, trying to find Patterson but can't. Runs around and finally winds up getting taken down by Kroom. And there is a flag for unnecessary roughness for
a late hit
out of bounds or unnecessary roughness, whatever you want to call it. As Kroom took down Rivera and completed his play when he didn't have to. A costly penalty there for the Raiders. Go ahead, John.
Once again, their defense, it was an unnecessary penalty because their defense forced Rivera out of the pocket, which seemed to, once again to be a broken down play. And instead of giving up a penalty with 15 yards and giving them a new set of downs, it could have been third down and probably 5 yards, 4 yards or something. Stupid penalties get you to lose a game.
Yeah. Josh Hampton is on the sidelines for the Vipers, stretching out. We'll see if he can wind up going back into this game. Looks to be a little rung up. He's taking off his gloves right now. That's not a good sign. We will see and update you as that happens. Fortuna back wide right with Alan Morris draped all over him. Offsides as
they get a free play.
Number 91, Waitwan Versi, was offsides. A free play that wound up with Bratskis with the ball, but it looks like they whistled it dead before, as they're going to call offsides on Versi. which he was drawn offsides. That's a great name, Whitewan.
It is a good name.
It's a very interesting name, to say the least, because I don't think I've ever heard that one.
There's a first, and it happens not to be in hockey. It's in football.
Yes.
Hockey's the one you get all these outstanding, ridiculous pronunciation names over here.
Yes. Speaking of the hockey game, John, why don't you pull it up on your iPad, please? So let's see what's going on there. Rivera throwing to Fortuna in the back end of the end zone, and he just can't make the catch as he is given a flag. Finally, Jay Fortuna given the flag that he was looking for pass interference on Alan Morris in the end zone. So it is now 1st and goal from the 1, if my memory serves me correctly.
There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period, 2-2, tie game in the Stanley Cup.
And we have just gone under 3 minutes here in this game as well. We are now at 2:50 left to play.
NFL time.
And we are now at an NFL time in this game. And it looks like A.J. Storino is coming off the field. There he is, Jay Fortuna going right back at it. Jamie Wyatt in the slot on the right, empty backfield.
Fortuna's playing with a lot of heart today with his
Bratskis
family
on the inside off the left. And Eli Williams out wide right, or out wide left, excuse me, is the set. We will see what happens here on this play.
He's letting the time go down to 1.
Noel Rivera on the keep, gets up there, a flag,
The flag could possibly be holding.
and it looks like Rivera might have crossed the goal line, but there's a flag on the play. A late flag. I'm wondering if they're going to wind up calling off or a false start, and if a face mask on the defense, and it is a touchdown. The penalty is waived for the touchdown
by that quarterback scramble up the middle by
Noel Rivera.
Face mask declined, touchdown.
The face mask penalty was declined, and that was a touchdown. It is now 41-21, a 20-point lead. Let's see if Criswell can make it a 3-touchdown lead for this Vipers team with 2:01 left. Kick is up and good, and he does. And once again, just to let you guys know, the Vipers did not have a kicker all of last season. They had to go for 2 every single time, and having a kicker is making life a lot easier for this Vipers team and this Vipers offense to be able to just not have to worry about going for 2 every single time.
Yes, I agree. It definitely gives them a little bit more confidence with each score. They're up by 21 points. I just want to keep talking about the second half, how their defense is just locked down. The Raiders quarterback, Ryan Semler, couldn't do anything in the second half. Every play he's been calling, any offensive distraction, any lineup they've done, the Vipers are all over them.
Well, it seems like ever since they've made Jay Fortuna a linebacker and an outside defender on this pass rush, it's been a different ball game for this Vipers defense as they bring Robertson in motion. It looks like they're going to throw to him, or not him, over the field. And we got Robert Morris, not the college, getting a little bit chippy with number 47, Julius, Uncle Julius.
A little
pushing and shoving after the ball was missed, after the ball was overthrown.
That's just competitors being competitive.
By Robert Morris, not the college, on Julius. We'll see if that continues and if Uncle Julius tries to make a beeline for Robert Morris, not the college here.
That was a nice thrown ball, too. That was a nice tight spiral over there. One of few that he's been throwing in the second half.
Yeah, that was the first time that he's had time to throw the ball this second half.
So with Fortuna didn't blitz.
Yes, 156 left on the clock here. 21-point lead for the Vipers in the closing minutes. Semler takes the snap, is looking to throws a little screen, and Alan Morris is met by number 24, Nathan Rivera, the linebacker. Huge play there by Rivera.
It's the quarterback's brother.
That's what I figured. Noel Rivera and Nathan Rivera, they're
There's a couple
brothers.
siblings and a father-son now.
You got a father-son on this team. You got brothers on this team. And it seems like you got brothers in the Morris guys on
the opposing team.
The opposing team, the Raiders as well. So we'll see. Semler takes the snap, is looking to throw, throws it over the middle for Robert Morris, not the college, and he breaks the tackle, goes around, crosses 40 to the 32. So a 30-yard pass, 40-yard pass from Semler to Morris there. Go ahead, John.
That's their biggest play the second half as we go into a timeout. However, but it's about time that this quarterback has something to do when you give him a little bit of time. Starts striking bullets and gives a chance to these receivers to go downfield and be able to run their routes.
I wonder if this defense might be getting a little tired.
There's a minute and 5 seconds left in the second half, by the way.
Yes, there is. A 21-point lead for the Vipers over the Raiders here at Ralph Babe Serpico Memorial Field here in Melrose Park. Again, I'm Steve Suff alongside John Stevens here on SportsTownChicago.com. We've got a whole slew of people helping us today. We've got Jen, who is Ms. Everything for the Chicago Vipers organization. We've got Ryan Fahey, our sideline reporter.
For some reason, I
Charles
feel like that's
March,
an understatement.
We've got, and Jay gets his, what is that, third sack of the game?
Miguel Tanez, yeah. Jay
After
Miguel met him and crunched him.
Yeah, Miguel Tanus making the initial play on Semler, takes him down, can't get him all the way down, and that's when Jay just comes in and takes him to the ground. Crashes into him and takes him down. So we have second and what looks to be about 20 yards with 25 seconds left here as the running clock goes. Semler takes it, runs with it,
force,
and is brought down by Miguel Tanus. Jamie Wyatt winds up with the ball as Semler stays down on the field. Clock is running. 2-1. Game is over.
The Vipers
I do
win.
believe.
Yes, it is.
The game is over. The refs are calling it. Vipers win 42-21. Wow, what a game.
What a great second half by this Vipers defense, really stepping up and limiting their offense to absolutely nothing. After the first drive they had, it looked promising it looked like there was going to be a shootout, but their defense stepped up and the Raiders couldn't do nothing.
No, they couldn't. And that
good defense adjustments.
I guess if we're going to throw out a game ball, a most valuable player in this game, it's got to be Jay. And on the field, it's got to be Jay, but everywhere else, it's got to be Jen.
Yes, I agree.
The dynamic duo of Jay and Jen,
double J's,
for this Chicago Vipers organization. They're doing a fantastic job running the show here as we have to end the show from Ralph Babe Serpico Memorial Field here in Rosemont. Once again, you've been listening to SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Steve Suff for my partner, John Stevens, associate producer, Charles March, cameraman, Brian Strum, sideline reporter, Ryan Fahey, and we've got director of game day operations, and Ms. Everything, Jen, up in the booth with us. We thank everybody who's helped in this broadcast tonight. So long here from Melrose Park. Once again, 42-21, Vipers win. Thanks again for listening. You've been listening to SportsTownChicago.com.